Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Legal Nexus. Have you ever heard someone say something damaging about another person and wondered, can they be sued for that? Today we are diving into legal concept of defamation, where words can hurt more than action. In this video, we'll break down what defamation really means in law, the difference between libel and slander, and most importantly, what makes a statement legally defamatory. In simple words, defamation is wrong done by a person to another person's reputation by words, signs, or visible representation. Defamation is both a civil wrong and criminal wrong. Defamation can be classified into two, libel and slander. Libel is a type of defamation which is publication of false and defamatory statement in some permanent form. Such statements tend to injure the reputation of the other person without lawful justification. For example, painting or picture, effigy, caricature, advertisement, and taking films. Libel is addressed to the eye. Broadcasting by radio and television are also considered to be libel as they are publication in permanent form. Essentials of libel. The following factors must be proved by the plaintiff to succeed in an action for libel. The statement must be false, it must be defamatory tone, it must be made in some permanent form, it must be made without lawful justification. The special damages or loss need not to be proved. For example, it is actionable per se. Morrison versus Ritchie. In this case, by mistake, a newspaper published that a lady, the plaintiff who was married only a month ago, had given birth to twins. The proprietor of the newspaper was held liable for libel, though there was absence of intention or malice. Boxes versus Galbert Ferrars. An advocate wrote a defamatory letter and sent it to the plaintiff. The plaintiff sued the solicitor for libel because it was published to the solicitor's clerk. The court held that as publication to solicitor's clerk was in discharge of his duty, the solicitor was not liable for libel. These two cases are example for libel. Innuendo. This principle means an indirect defamation. The statement made is not defamatory in the ordinary sense or in apparent terms, but due to the extent of particular circumstances, the statement becomes defamatory. Such statement constitute innuendo. Slander. Slander is a type of defamation which is the oral false and defamatory statement in some temporary manner. Such statement should injure the reputation of another person without lawful justification. For example, slander is addressed to the ear. Let's get into the essentials of slander. The statement must be false and defamatory one. It must be made without lawful justification and made in temporary form. In the following 5 cases, slander is actionable per se and action can be maintained without proof of special damages. When a person is accused wrongly of any criminal offense punishable with imprisonment like theft, robbery, etc., then slander is actionable per se. But if the accusation of criminal offense is punishable with fine only, then it is not actionable per se. For example, if a person is accused of riding a cycle without light in the night, parking a car by violated the road regulations, etc., are not actionable per se, though it amount to defamation. If a person is imputed with viral disease like VD, leprosy, etc., which prevent others from associating with the plaintiff, then slander is actionable per se. When a person's profession, trade, or his office is defamed orally, then it is actionable per se. However, such defamatory word must be in relation to his profession and not to his private life. For example, calling a lawyer as a person ignorant of law is a slander actionable per se. The fourth condition is when a person's caste is lowered, then it is slander actionable per se. For example, calling a person belong to a higher caste as scheduled caste, etc. When any woman or girl is imputed with unchastity or adultery, it is a slander actionable per se. In conclusion, Defamation is a serious civil wrong that involves damaging someone's reputation through false statements, whether it is libel or slander. It can harm a person's social standing and lead to legal consequences. The law of defamation aims to strike a balance between freedom of speech and protection of individuals' reputation. Understanding the essentials such as publication, falsity, and harm is crucial for both avoiding defamation and seeking justice if wronged. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more legal insights.